All right, here are 10 tips on making a quality screencast. The first thing is use an outline. It can be something as simple as this, and I think it's also nice to, to highlight as you go. So as you're kind of here, that way if you're scrolling through, you can see, oh, at this point, he's already down here. So this is, I'm learning about this now. I think that helps. Keep it short and simple. Keep it super, super short. Anything longer than 4 minutes or 5 minutes, people aren't going to watch. Break it down into chunks. So have it, part 1 is 3 minutes and maybe have 1 or 2 questions. Part 2 is 4 minutes and has a couple more questions. Then you apply it to a concept. So break it up. I suggest when you're first doing this to record it and then re-record it. You can record it and say it's 4.5 minutes, and now you got a good outline going, and you want to, oh, I talked too much about this or not enough about that. Then re-record it, and you'll do it a little bit quicker probably. Get to the point. No preamble. When I'm trying to find a video on how to do something, I don't like when the person gives their credentials. Hi, I'm Joe, and I'm from the Hamilton County ESC, and I'm here today to talk about. You don't need that. Just start it, get to the point. This is more of a use, but use it to front load or recap, especially with kids who struggle. So your learners that struggle, you can get it to them ahead of time, ahead of the lecture. So you might only be flipping it for a few of them. So I had 3 kids that were always struggling with some music theory stuff I taught. I would give it to them at the end of the day and say, hey, make sure you watch this tonight, and then here's a 3 or 4 question exit ticket. It's not a quiz, it's just a way for me to assess whether they got the concepts or not. So they'd get a little boost on it, and maybe even a worksheet or an activity, so then when they got to class, and I'm giving it the lecture to everybody, they have a better chance of keeping up. Get feedback from users. I can't encourage this enough. Sometimes even just a survey is all that they need. They will tell you how they learn best. This is why I start doing, you can't see me pointing to it, but the little guy in the corner, why my face is in this corner of the screen, is so students said they paid more attention to me when I was talking if they could see my face. Zoom in or make real simple edits. By simple edits, I mean just delete dead space. Or you can highlight or zoom in with certain things. It doesn't work on a Google slide, but let's say I'm doing this. So instead of leaving text, oh boy, like that, just use the simple zoom in feature. So you can just zoom in and move it around so you can highlight. It just makes it a lot easier to see when you zoom in for your viewer. This is a hard one for people to kind of get over, but don't worry about making mistakes and flubs and uhs and stutters. The idea is that it's low tech and low production value. It doesn't matter that there's junk behind me or that I stutter. It matters that you can get the content and that I'm giving you good information as efficiently and simply as possible. I'm actually going to switch these 2 around, so I'm going to move embed instructions over here and do this. Teach your students, teach your users how to use these videos. What I mean by that is they need to learn how to pause, play, rewind, take notes, screenshots, etc. They need to learn how to do that. So when they're watching a video, especially if it's tedious on instructions, step 1, step 2, they need to go like, oh, I missed that, pause, rewind it. Oh, there's the formula on the screen. I'm going to take a screenshot of that and put that in my notes. You have to teach your users how to do that. The final suggestion here is embedding interactive instructions. So it might be something like pause, go back and review this, then come back. But here's a real simple version of that. Here's our first example. Pause the video, and when you're ready, come back, and I'll show you the answer. So your user would pause it, do the work, and then you would go like, all right, welcome back. So here's how you solve it. You have to take this 9 away from here, subtract 9 from both sides, and you get 3. X equals 3. Here's the next example. We're going to go 7 minus x equals 2. Pause the video, work it out. When you're ready, come back. Hopefully they pause the video and come back. You can do this with anything, all right? 10 tips, super fast. One of them is to just go through quickly, so when the user needs more information, they can go back and find that information themselves. 4 minutes and 30 seconds.